My VHF radio crackled to life, and a familiar, if tremulous, voice carried throughout the cabin. Raymond Johnson! Raymond Johnson! This is Jan. I'm at the marina office. Can you please come get me? That quaver spoke volumes. Volumes of caca. Not that I wasn't happy to hear from my best friend, but Jan turning up unannounced at Puerto Escondido, coupled with the telling timbre of the call, was a dead-on harbinger of an impending pity party. Or worse. I answered with a simple, "I'll be right there." I let loose a sigh of my own and said, "Po thing, let's go fetch your Po, Auntie Jan, and see what manner of well-known substance has hit the friggin' propeller." Back on Raymond Johnson, I poured us both a glass of wine, and we moved to the aft sun deck, where she gave me the lowdown. When she finished talking, I remained speechless, something I am not known for. "Hetta, shut your mouth. You got flies checking it out." "Let me see if I have this straight. You agreed to meet some Japanese guy at a ritzy resort tonight and attend a party with him in return for him funding your boyfriend's treasure expedition in Magdalena Bay?" She nodded. "And Chino, the would-be treasure hunter, has no idea what you've gotten yourself into on his behalf?" "Of course not. What kind of man do you think he is?" "I think he's going to be one pissed-off significant other when he finds out you're off for a tryst with Mr. Japanese Dude, while Mrs. Japanese Dude and his 3 sushi crunchers are back at his whale camp communing with wildlife." "It's not a tryst. She just wants someone by his side. Like, a hostess." "Oh, it's Ishi, is it? How very chummy." "It's what he asked me to call him at the party, so his friends know that we're friends." I snorted and rolled my eyes. This Ishi's friends were going to know exactly what Jan was, or what he wanted them to think she was. Having worked in Japan, I know the ways of the men. Jan, although younger than I, is, at 38-ish, a little long in the tooth by Japanese standards. She nevertheless has assets they prize. 5'11" height, big blue eyes, and blonde hair. Prime Gaijin eye candy. And while it is true that men are willing to pay great sums for impressive arm decor, they almost always expect payback. My friend was extremely naive if she thought this guy was going to shell out big yen without a roll in the futon. Jan's reaction to my cynical snort surprised me. Instead of being insulted, she laughed. "See, I knew you'd know what to do." I didn't say anything. "I know, but you understand, right?" Anyhow, I was headed for the resort when it hit me maybe I was making a big mistake, and that I'd better talk to you first. My original plan was to call you from the hotel and ask you to cover for me tonight, in case Chino called. Then I got all rattled thinking about what Chino would do if he found out. So you cleverly deduced he just might possibly take offense at the love of his life selling herself? I know that sounds harsh, but what Jan was contemplating was even beyond the limits of my non-normative moral map. "You're just being a pill, Hetta. For your information, Ishi has arranged for me to have my own room at the hotel, and told me all I have to do is attend a cocktail party in his suite at 6, a luau later, and have brunch by the pool the next morning." "And no hanky-panky?" I asked, doubt evident in my tone. "Nope." "And just how much of a donation is Ishi prepared to bestow upon Chino's expedition for the platonic pleasure of parading you around like a prized racehorse?" "You make it sound so ugly, but if you must know, 100 thou." I choked on my wine. "Dollars?" Jan gave me a Cheshire cat grin. "Well, it ain't no stinking pesos. So you comin'? You can stay in my room,